Well, hello everyone. This is Catherine of Catherine's Low Income Prepping and Survival. This is take two, by the way. I had a failure of my weapon to operate right. I wanted to show it off, I was going to show off how easy it was to do things, and of course, nothing works when you want it to. And so, anyhow, first of all, I want to talk about prepping, and I want to ask you to please like and subscribe. Please tell other people about my channel. I would sure like to get some more subscribers, and it would help with the algorithm and help get out to more people. Um, Basically, I'm a person who's older. I know I probably don't look it, but I am. See, I've got gray hair. And it's only coming out in certain spots right now, but I just turned 66 and made it this far so far. I guess I'm doing okay. So, I want to talk about preppers and the way we treat each other. And then I'm going to show you my new hunting rifle and go over it. So, one thing I want to talk about is that people, we limit who we accept based upon their race, their religion, their body type, their skin color. Now, I try not to dislike anyone. There's certain groups and certain races that I have issues with. There's certain, including white people of certain groups, and black people of certain groups, and so on. But the majority of people I do accept. I try to give everyone, a chance. And I think that's what we should do. We shouldn't expect people to live by our standards. If they're a prepper, we should care about them. We should try to help them, and we should help teach them stuff. One of the things is I've noticed that on certain prepper groups on YouTube and also on Facebook, Facebook is really bad about this. There's people that make rude comments about people because of their weight. They said, well, you can't be a good prepper, or you can't be a good backpacker. I used to backpack, and I was 270 something pounds when I started backpacking. I got down to 195 pounds. Now, I've gained some weight back. I almost got back to where I was when I started backpacking. After I backpacked, I hiked the Appalachian Trail. So I know a lot about camping. I've camped all my life from when I was real young at 4 years of age. And, with military and then with other things that I was in through life, I did private contracting, security work overseas. I have done many different things. Um, my survival skills and my um, capability with firearms has helped me a lot, and got me my job that I had for a long time. Then I got hurt on my job, so I haven't done that in a long time, um, which has been hard on me, and I've done some stupid things because, I want things and I try to rush things along and I make stupid decisions. I think everyone does that, but, you know, it's just who we are as Americans, I'm beginning to think, and who most people are as people. We want to accomplish things and we want to do things. And sometimes we make the wrong choices, or we want something that somebody else says, well, this is better and this is that. But we already have the things that we really need. Or we want to justify getting the next best gun or the next best car, motorcycle. I put anything in this position that you want. That's what we do. But one of the things, because we want to be like other people, but it's okay, if you're a prepper and you're bothering to go camping, if you learn basic camping skills, you're ahead of a lot of people. And if you put away a couple weeks worth of food. You're ahead of a lot of people. One of my a boy I had taken in as a stepchild. He he's like 3 days worth of food, and he really needs to have more. He's afraid of having too much food and water in the house, I guess. So let's get back to what I'm saying. I noticed, like in some Facebooks, there's a couple of the people I actually belong to those websites, so I know this for a fact. They'll make fun of people that are overweight, that they think are carrying too much stuff. If that person can put that backpack on and walk a mile and then take a break for a while and then pick it up and walk another mile, more power to them. You know, if they feel that's what they need, they're going to learn. It's just going to take time for them to learn what they need and what they don't need. It's not up for us to make those choices. We can try to help. We can give them advice, but it's all down. It's like on the trail. People used to say, we all hike our own hike. So I actually had somebody when I was hiking get past me. And later on, we met up at the next shelter. But when we were talking about it, they said, well, how can you hike the trail? You're fat? And I said, well, it's one step at a time, you know. Oh, well, you'll never get to the end of it. Well, not only did I get to the end of it, but I stayed out on the trail for 2 years going back and forth. And I hiked the Vermont Trail and a few other trails around the country since then. And then I quit, and I kind of got sedentary, and I gained some weight back. But anyhow, the thing is, you know, we need to offer people the chance to better themselves. Oh, here comes Tamara, my partner. She's vaping,
Hello.
of course, instead of smoking, which I guess is a good thing.
I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, she just needs to stop smoking. Oh,
No.
there you go. There I go.
No.
I'm telling her what she should do. But anyhow, I got my dog in here. He's back down here underneath the stand as usual. He's Bucky the Wonder Dog. And we got a cat in the other room. Our cat and dog, they don't get along really great.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do, but you know, the dog is afraid of the cat unless it wants to play, and then the cat hisses at the dog, and that's how it goes.
The cat rules the roost up here,
Yeah.
and the dog rules the roost downstairs.
And so anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is people need to get along, and we shouldn't put people down for what religion they are, for what religion they're not, for who they sleep with, how they walk when they go backpacking or camping, how much gear they take, how many guns they have, or if they have no guns at all. I think that's pretty foolish, but some people can't have guns. You know, some people have a criminal history and they can't, even if they've made their life better and they've changed, and people do change, they just legally can't own one right now. But they can own other things, and they should get those and try to prepare for survival the best they can. Okay, now I want to talk about, so include people, please. I mean, if you don't like one person or another, then, you know, don't put them down for who they are. Just live your own life. You don't have to try to control other people. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence says people have a right, in different parts of that, people have a right to the pursuit of happiness. I feel if you're not hurting anyone, you have a right to do what you want to do. We're big on telling people what they can and what they cannot do. But anyhow, now let's move on to the next part, and this is the gun part, the fun part. All right, here we go. Let me get this over here. The pew pew. All right, this is a 30-06 Woodmaster. I don't know, you can't really read it, but it's a 30-06 Woodmaster. It's got a front sight, and it's got the rear sight kind of in the middle there, and it's got a scope on it. It's got a pretty good rear buttstock, which is good. It pad on there. It absorbs the shock of the 30-06 because This is a strong shooting gun, and it's semi-automatic. As you can see, it's got a charging handle here, and it's got on this side, let me turn it so people can see, it's got a button on the side here. What this button does is you slide it forward, and it allows the slide to slam forward. All right? And then down here on this side, which I'm going to get it over here, you've got the magazine release. So I'm going to push the magazine release. It's kind of hard for me to get to when I'm standing here trying to show it off the camera. So you push that forward and the magazine comes out. It's got a 4-shot magazine. And now when we push it back in, you got to get it just right to get it back in. That's the problem with it. This is all steel, by the way. There you go. And then you have to rack around, and it will stay open until you push that little button forward. You heard it. There you go. You see the slide came, the handle came forward, and then it's empty. Boom. All right. The scope on it's not a very good scope, though. It actually adjusts in the back. There's a gray ring back there, and I've never had one that didn't adjust from right about here, but it doesn't. It adjusts from this ring back here. Let me show you. I don't know. I've never had a scope like this. I just assume it's old, but it's a pretty good scope. I mean, it goes, I think it's 4 to 12. Yeah, 4 to 12. Strange. Anyhow, if anyone knows anything about that, please let me know. Usually there's an adjustment for the ring here. Here you just turn that back gray ring and it adjusts. Came with the rifle. I can't complain. I bought this sling mount with the deer on it. It's got a nice pad in here, squishy, and a little thumb hole. And it hangs pretty nice. I'm happy with it. I had to buy the slings. It had the front mount here on it, but it didn't have the ring. And I had to buy the ring for the back too, which is right there. Yeah, this is kind of clumsy to put around, but it works pretty good. And it's got a good eye relief. You can be about that far away and it still works. You know? And I've kind of like looked at the squirrels in the trees. They say you can buy, I'm going to run 180 and 150 grain out of this gun. They say it will work well with both of those. But they also have what they call spot loads, where they have plastic insert around a lightweight, so you can run down as far as like the 223 bullets and shoot it, a lightweight bullet, and shoot it out this gun, because it's got a plastic collar that goes around it, and you can shoot it. So everyone, let me see if I can get this around the corner here. As you can see, there it says Woodmaster. Anyhow, model 742. And it's kind of hard to see. It says 30-06. But Remington, I hope I did good by getting this, because it's going to be my deer and moose and elk gun. So I'm going to come back now to the camera. Sorry, probably moving around a lot. So I got this for the big game. I have my AR for the smaller game. And I've been working on it too. And I've got, green tip, and I've got full metal jacket, and I've got soft points, 55 grain, 40 grain plastic tipped ammo for varmints, and I got 400 rounds of match grade 69 grain for it. I figure I can use it for medium-sized animals down to large, small animals. You know what I mean by that? Like a badger or a coyote or something like that. Or, you know. And then I have my 22 long rifles. And then I also, for deer hunting here in Georgia, we have a lot of trees. I'm going to use it to hunt deer and stuff like that. But I got to go now. And so thank you. Please like and subscribe. Remember to tell everyone you love them, and especially your family members, because you never know how much time you got. Okay, remember, if you're watching this, you are the resistance.